You are now watching Unks in the building. UNCS Unks in the building. Resident Unk Byron is here in the building with Auntie Stacy.
Hello.
The Great. All right. Today we will once again be doing Reddit stories. R-E-D.
Oh my gosh. Please.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Let's start the show.
How you doing?
Fantastic.
Good?
Fantastic.
God is good.
All the time. Well, I should have said,
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. Y'all want to believe that one was raised in church, too. Another
Okay.
conversation.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is from the. Okay, I'm gonna do something here annoying, but.
After I spent 15 minutes saying, is this good? Is this good? No, I said,
Let
y'all
the
start
wife be a
making
little
noise.
annoying sometimes. All right. This comes from the subreddit. Am I the a-hole?
For adjusting the mic after I adjusted it 5 times and you said, no, not
No,
that.
but
And
you
I
was
like,
pushing it up in my face,
and then
Byron.
you pull it right
You
back
was
to your
pushing
face.
it up in my face.
This is where I had it at.
But it felt intrusive at the time.
And then
But when I do it,
it's not okay. Well, hey, let's do the Reddit story.
thank you. All right. Am I the a-hole for feeling betrayed by my husband's lie and for refusing to hand over the daughter I raised as my own? Advice needed.
Hand over?
Yeah. You ready for this?
Go ahead. That sounds like a lot. It was a hand over the daughter I raised as my own. Yeah, okay.
You ready?
Go ahead.
I, 36 female, have been with my husband, 43 male, for 12 years.
Okay.
We have an 11-year-old son together, and we've also raised, quotes, his daughter, 12 female. His. After I got pregnant with our son, he told me he had a daughter from a previous relationship. He was vague, but the timing made me feel sick. She had been born not long after we got together. I assumed I was the other woman and carried guilt for years. Like I'd broken up a family and I was a homewrecker. He never corrected me. Because of that guilt, I threw myself into being the best stepmom I could. I was only 24 and scared, but over time, this little girl became my daughter. I've done the day-to-day parenting for over a decade. Schools, doctors, birthdays, late nights. She called me mom. She calls me mom. My husband has always been more invested in our son, but I've never treated the kids differently. A few months ago, cracks started showing. His sister, his younger sister, 26 female, re-entered our lives after years of low contact. She was unusually attached to my daughter, and I noticed odd comments and tense silences from family. Eventually, I confronted my husband and he confessed. His sister is my daughter's biological mother. She had her at 14, and he stepped in to raise the baby as his own. He let me believe I was the other woman because it was easier than telling me the truth. I felt betrayed. I've been carrying guilt over a lie for more than a decade. Worse now, his sister is in a stable relationship and engaged, and she says she wants her daughter back.
Lord.
My husband's reaction? Maybe it's for the best.
No.
My daughter doesn't know the full truth yet, but she senses something is wrong. She overheard us arguing and had a meltdown, begging me to tell her that I'm her mom. I reassured her, but inside I was broken. To me, there is no difference between her and my son. I've raised her, loved her, fought for her, and now I feel like my husband and his family see me as disposable. So am I the a-hole for refusing to just step aside and let his sister take back the girl I've raised as my own? Edit, my husband isn't the biological father.
I'm glad she said that because that was
thinking,
people like,
yeah.
yo, you're 14 or this
Right.
is crazy.
Right.
Glad she said that part. Thoughts is that's a wild situation. I always say this. I said before, and I'll say it again. Stepfathers are needed.
Right.
Okay. Children need parents to come in and step up where the other people could not or would not step up as they should have. That being said, I'm making that statement to look at the parent as an office, because yes, biological parents are important, but it is also an office for when those biological parents fail to step up to the plate that somebody can step into.
Right.
This is a case where you are the mother, because you stepped up and you took care of this child as the mother. You would have been, had it been an adoption agency, you would have been this child's adopted mother. It would not have been a situation where you just kind of like they're spending the night on a long sleepover and it just stayed for years and years and years. You took care of the kid. I don't know what the best decision is. I don't like you just saying, I think it would be earth shattering to that little girl to be like, hey, guess what? I'm not your mom. I know the only mom you know, but I'm not your real mom. And now you got to go somewhere else because your real mom wants you back.
Right.
After not speaking to you for years.
Right.
Here's the bigger problem. Bigger problem to me is the man. The man allowing you to destroy yourself internally by thinking you're a home wrecker and you're just a good woman, from the sounds of it, based on what we know. I don't like that at all, because at no point in time saying it's easier to destroy your wife than it is to say, look, my younger sibling was out there a little bit and I want to help her out, is wild to me. What's wrong with saying, listen, I got to step up and be a big brother right now. I had an unfortunate situation. I mean, yes, this might be a little embarrassing to the family, but you're married. I don't think it's right to allow her to live with that level of guilt as a home wrecker when it should have been him just turning to her and being like, listen, this happened with my family member. That might have even made her love him more.
Right.
If he would have just came out and be like, yeah, I'm going to help take care of this kid. That this unfortunate situation happened. And I say unfortunate because you shouldn't be getting pregnant at 14. That's way too young. Which is why he ends up raising her, because she is not in the mental space to be raising no kid at 14 years old.
Right.
But to hide it for her, and when he knows that she's destroying herself as a home wrecker is rough. That's rough. If there's any a-hole in this situation, I would say it's him for letting you, because how long have they been married? 12 years? 12 years you let somebody think they was just the other woman who stole you from somebody. If she has a problem with that, like deep down inside, it's like, dang, man, I have this guilt that I'm living with, eating myself up. And you just, I don't know. I don't like it. As far as her giving the daughter back up, this is the only mother that kid knows. You're basically sending her off to live with a stranger at this point, because she's not even the cool auntie that's been floating around.
She just doesn't know this person.
It'd have been different if the auntie had stayed in contact, been close, and always been floating around. Hey, nice, pretending, living like a godmother type vibe, to be close, birthdays, Christmases, always, Like, had she at least done that, then it wouldn't seem so weird to be like, hey, listen, here's the truth. Still weird, but it wouldn't have been as bad than this stranger who you've seen pop in and out every so often, and then it's like, yeah, nah, you got to go live with them because she says she's ready now. No, I don't like it.
So, few things. I totally agree with you with the husband being the a-hole in this situation, because I don't know, maybe it's a cultural thing. We don't know what their cultural background is. So that 14-year-old pregnancy might have been an absolute disaster for a different culture, or maybe it's a pastor. Well, who knows what the reason why?
Right.
Because to me, how choosing that as the easier route is mind-boggling to me. Because how could you think that you putting yourself in a bad light too? This is from a previous relationship. Well, the kid, one's 12 and one's 11. Right? The son is 11.
I mean, theoretically, the person could have been pregnant when he left her and then got with this new girl, and now this new girl.
Well, no, pregnant. She's thinking she's the outside woman, so that's clear. That doesn't make sense. So,
well, it depends on how long his quote unquote breakup was before her.
Well, I'm saying, how long were they together before she got pregnant?
I don't know.
So, exactly.
We don't know.
So, she's 24 years old at the time of finding out the 12-year-old thing. So to me, that's really young for being pregnant. To being married and pregnant at 24 years old. So I'm just thinking maybe it's a different culture that, the reason why he couldn't say this young sister had a baby would have been, maybe she would have looked at the family differently. I don't know. They would have lost their status. Who knows?
Yeah, and that
because I don't understand why he would make her feel differently about him. But she never really talked about how her relationship with him changed. Because if that happened with me and you, I don't think we would have lasted, or else we would have had to gone to a therapist or something. Because I would have had some problems because. We talked, I don't know if they did, but we talked about when was the last time you've been in a relationship, Right. So for you to be like, oh, well, old girl is pregnant and this is a relationship I had before. I'm like, well, what relationship?
Right.
So that would have been like, what are you talking about?
You know a lot of people get in relationships and don't talk.
I know. So, anyways, that's one thing. So for him to put up his own reputation for her to, because that changes things between people. You know what I mean? Like our relationship, like I would look at the person differently. Right. Not just I feel guilt for being a homewrecker, but I also feel differently towards you because I put you in a different category now.
It's definitely happening now because I'm like, where's our trust? You lied to me for years.
Well, that's a different story. I'm just talking about the fact that this whole situation happened.
Even to begin with, to say where's our trust even at the beginning of the relationship because you didn't tell me you had this other situation going on, and now here I am. So you was cheating on this girl,
right? With me.
My trust is still like,
correct.
Yes, I felt some type of way about that. Okay, we went ahead and got married. I'm gonna be this great mom. Well, they were
already married. She was pregnant with the other kid. He didn't have to think about any of it. She has an 11-year-old. This kid is 12.
Okay, I was just like,
they were already
thinking
married.
Like she got pregnant and they got married.
They're very close in age. It's just a matter of months. It sounds like.
Yeah, no, I don't
for
like
one
this.
being 12 and one being 11.
So for her, like I said, I don't have the right way to handle it or whatever. I mean, you kind of got to hit the kid with the.
He didn't say the woman is pregnant. The baby's already born.
Yeah.
So he brings this baby in.
Yeah.
While her other kid is either she's pregnant or her kid was already born. Either way, it was an awful situation. Yeah. Second of all, just because you gave birth to a child doesn't make you the mom. Mother is what it makes you, biological mother, but you're not a mom. Being a mom is earned. Like, you have to do the things to be a mom. Like what she said, up late at night, doing all the things a mom does. Feeding, eating, taking care of, teaching, late nights. When they get sick, you take care of them. Like all the things that she's been doing and loving the child. Disciplining, all the things. That's what a mom does.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's just because the sister gave birth, and the fact that you're in a stable relationship now and you're engaged and whatever, you cleaned up and you're ready now, that doesn't give you any kind of rights to the child. Now, I don't know if the family was like, you are ashamed to the family, so you have to stay away, and she was not a choice. Maybe that's the thing. But you have to realize now that if you really do love this child, the thing that's in the best interest of it. Now, if the woman was not treating the child well, if the child was in danger or, being treated as less than, she's like, there's no difference between this child and my child that I gave birth to. I treat them both and I love them both the same. This is this woman's child.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's wild.
So for you to want to come in and be like, you need to know that in the best interest of the child is to be, you could now come in as an auntie and this child doesn't ever have to know that you're the mom. But let's just say you want to do that. Let's just say you want to do that. You got to wait till the child's 17, 18 years old so that the way they can handle it. 12 years old right now to come and bring this disruption and trauma to their lives is a lot. Come in, ease yourself in as an auntie. Let's see if you can have a relationship with this child. And if you're going to do it like this, we need to hire a professional, some kind of therapist for the child, therapist for the family, therapist for the woman, and then with the guidance of the therapist, maybe with the therapist present, letting this child know what the situation is. And then you're never going to lose this child. I would go to court and adopt this child legally.
That's the route I would go.
That's what you're not gonna get this child. This woman's been. This child is. And I don't think any court would be like, well, now the child belongs to the right from 12 years, and then they're gonna assess. They're gonna have to assess the the household, the mental health of the child, and all of that to see that this child is very well taken care of. Absolutely,
it's gonna be tough just to be like, yeah,
here's a random person.
I would have taken. I mean, as far as dealing with the kid. I would have taken the addressing it like how people would address an adoption.
Right.
Like, I'm your mom because I raised you, and I love you or whatever, and you're part of my house. Like, I'll always be your mom, and this is your biological mother who could not care for you then, but I've been here for the whole time, and I'll always be here for you, kind of deal. Like,
that's gonna have psychological effects on everyone.
Well, it's going to come out.
I know, but I'm saying later on when the child is a little bit more able to understand that. 12 years old is a really formative time. I think it would be in the child's best interest to you can introduce yourself, but you can't even trust the person to do that. So if that's the case and you want to be in the child's life, we're going to have to go therapy all the way through.
Right.
Family has therapy. She has therapy. Child has therapy on their own. Everybody needs to be guided.
What is Red saying?
Someone says, I advise you go straight and get legal advice. You may not have parental rights by law, but in the best interest of your daughter, which is emotionally, you have brought her up and she sees you as mom. You have proof that your sister-in-law abandoned her child and has not been back since. Also, the judge will be taking into what your daughter wants. While you're there, get the divorce started. Your husband's a nasty a-hole who has been dishonest and a mental cruelty to you, letting you feel the guilt. Good luck, honey. Someone said, I agree with you, but want to point out that divorcing your husband could affect her ability to get custody of the daughter, which I don't know, but maybe.
Because it's not hers at all. So divorcing him is, I don't know. Yeah, that's tough. It's a bad situation. It was poorly handled by everybody involved. Him and the biological mother is poorly handled by them. As far as the situation, because it could have went so much better, where there would not have been any emotional trauma for the wife, the poster,
right? Someone said, jumping on the most excellent comment to add that you need to have an honest and loving conversation with your daughter. Reassure her that you are her mother, have always been her mother, and will always be her mother.
That part.
Please don't allow the lie to continue. Get a therapist to help guide the conversation, not the a-hole. There's something incredibly wrong with your husband and his family.
Yep.
I could understand that they were trying to protect the sister or save themselves the embarrassment, but how did they possibly think this wouldn't implode at some point? You definitely need to find a lawyer both for your divorce and to fight for custody for both children. This has to be some form of fraud and maybe emotional abuse and injury. Greatest of luck.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's start the next story.
All right. Okay. The theme could be bad husbands, but I don't know Or maybe
you are not the father like Maury.
I don't know.
You'll
figure it out. Something about husbands.
Bad husband, bad judgment.
I don't know. Just hovering around that. Okay. Am I the a-hole for kicking out my husband's friend because of her speech at our wedding?
There's people getting up at the weddings and the baby showers and saying stuff. Stop talking.
So my husband and
I... You're not a best friend or a close family member who I trust. Do not talk at my situation.
She's a best friend.
She said friend. He didn't say best friend. We're going to see. Let's go.
So my husband and I recently got married after dating for 2 years.
Good.
He has a friend group of 5 since college, and one of them is Lana. We weren't really close friends because I'm kind of introverted, and our hobbies don't really match. They all play video games together, but I don't like playing really. But we were cordial.
Sorry.
Not gonna lie. She always seemed a little passive aggressive with me.
Because she liked it.
But I didn't pay much attention to it. My husband did tell me that he once had a little crush on her years ago.
Oh my God.
But she turned him down, and that was the end of it. Now, during the wedding preparations, she insisted on becoming groomswoman, since other friends of the group were groomsmen, and my husband obliged. On the day of our wedding, we had a little speech section after the main ceremony and before the reception, where people were just giving speeches and having a good time. Then Lana gets up and insists on giving a speech too. She basically talks about the group and the friendship they had, how close they are with each other, and know each other so well. But then she goes on to say something along the lines of, "And Cassie, you better thank me for turning him down that time.
My God.
I basically gave him away so you can have your soulmate."
Unnecessary.
I did not like the way she said it. It felt so passive aggressive. My husband sensed something was off and asked me if I was okay. I told him I did not like what she said, and I'm kicking her out from the reception because I won't be tolerating any passive aggressive comments at the most important day of my life.
Why would you say that?
He seemed shocked and tried to argue, but I told him that he was free to leave too if he argues.
That is.
He didn't say anything later. I quietly asked the security to take her out of the venue and to do it discreetly so she doesn't make a scene. Well, after she was gone, I was relieved and the reception was amazing. Good. We all had a great time.
Good.
Later on, we found out that the security asked her to come to the parking lot and then asked her to leave. She did throw a huge tantrum, calling out for my husband, but then was eventually escorted out. Since then, she has openly been talking crap about me to everyone, calling me an insecure bee who didn't let her attend such an important event of her best friend's life because of her jealousy. She also has been posting cryptic things about how some women feel threatened so easily and stuff like that, which I know are directed at me. My husband does see my side and agrees, but still says I was a bit harsh. He said Lana just likes drama, and
That's not okay.
And he just didn't want to provoke her and give her something to talk about. Honestly, at that point, I just wanted that one day to be about me, and didn't want any negative energy, and just wanted to enjoy fully. But now I'm doubting myself if I really should have just let that go.
No, stop doubting yourself. I'm tired of these men making apologies for bad behavior in the name of peace, but not peace with the right person.
Correct.
I understand. Well, that last situation, I can't even say not peace with the right person because he was engaged to the other woman, and this was the sister situation. But I'm like, this situation, you needed to not do what you did. You need to have your wife's back 100% in this situation because that other one was out of pocket. I'm not a huge fan of these men and women. Oh, we best friends. Somebody always likes the other person. It's how we're built. Like men, be careful with my words. I can speak from a heterosexual standpoint.
Okay.
I can speak my truth. And the people that I know, the males that I know who are heterosexual. A man and a woman who's also heterosexual and single and attractive, why are you not together or trying to be together? And if there's a reason that you are not trying to be together, being best friends that close when somebody likes the other person and trying to have that person be a part of your life in that capacity on some we're best friends and you're married or getting married, it don't be working, man. I've seen it too many times and it does not work. It was one young lady who I was friends with. I'm like, I set boundaries even when she broke them. Mm-hmm. Cause I'm like, yo, this is your dude. What are we on the phone for after 9?
Right.
There's nothing we need to talk about after 9 p.m. When that sun go down, we're done. We don't need to be sitting here talking. We don't have no business together.
Right.
You ain't doing no work for me. I ain't doing no work for you. We out of school. There's no reason for a person who is in a relationship to be talking to somebody of the opposite sex who you used to like.
Right.
Late at night or all day long. It's weird. Mm-hmm. It's not something that person. This. And let me. I'm trying to be very careful with my words.
About what?
Just everything.
Okay.
But it's very rarely have I seen a situation where a man and a woman are friends and there's nothing that's happened. In the past, there's never been a relationship and there is no hope for a relationship. The thing is, in those situations, I always say this, if the woman turns around and unless that dude got some real high boundaries for the way that he lives, if that woman turn around and be like, look, I just need some.
Right.
No strings attached. I know what. I don't know any guys that's just gonna be like, nah.
Well, you ruined the friendship after that, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying like,
okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird. So you had this. That woman felt like at any point in time I could have had your dude.
That's what she said.
That's what she feels like. But she believes that. Yeah. It's not even a joke. It's just like you only got him. That's not okay.
In a speech? No.
Definitely not in a speech at a wedding.
It's not okay to say at all. And it's highly inappropriate to say to say at a
no
wedding.
Way. Even if I would have felt any type of way about any type of situation with any one of my friends, I would never. The only reason you met her is because I introduced you to her. The only reason y'all together because what?
Here's the thing about this story.
Insane.
I don't like how she was passive aggressive to begin with. If I'm getting together with you and that girl is being passive aggressive with me, we're gonna have a problem lifelong with this woman. I'm gonna have a problem with this woman.
Shut that down.
You talk about how you could speak for men. I could speak for women. I'm not gonna take no disrespect, and I'm not gonna take. If I'm watching you sideways, I'm not a type of person that gets jealous. I'm not a type of person that doesn't like people. I genuinely and generally like people. But when I don't like someone, it's strong.
Right.
And it might seem random to people, but I'm like, and in Trinidad we say my blood not taking that person. My blood doesn't take that person. Something about that person is off.
Well, just think about that though. Like, I got a best friend that I talk to all the time. And she likes me, but I told her no, and she's still floating around. I'm just saying. I'm just talking about that now, like with us, like in general. And you just okay, and it's just still no way. Especially the other way around is worse. Like if you got a dude, I
had an ex, and he had a friend who was a girl who I knew liked him. And he was like, nah, it's not like that. It's not like that. And I'm like, yes, it is. And she's rude towards me and then makes up that she's not rude and not in front of him. She's not that type of person.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, she is. And then you want to be like, oh, she want to go to the movies.
No way.
That's not happening.
That's a date.
That's not happening.
Bruh, somebody still likes somebody.
But
you know what? People will they'll gaslight you, and they'll try to pass that off as insecurity.
100%.
And I'm tired of that being thrown around. It's not about insecurity. It's about you have to respect boundaries.
Yeah, but I have my insecurities, but that's not one of them.
Mm-mm.
And trust me, women know. And women, you can stand up for that. Those are boundaries, like you said. You don't have to deal with nonsense like that. She's being passive aggressive to me. That girl's not invited to the wedding. Much less. And if I do invite her to the wedding, she's not in the wedding. She's disrespectful to me.
She still likes you.
This is my wedding with you. If she's disrespectful, she's lucky she got to be at the wedding.
Right.
She said in that story, this woman said she insisted on being a groomsman. Girl, if you don't get out of here.
Yeah.
And then you come on top of which, and you come on to say
crazy.
How
you only got him because I ain't want him.
Because I stepped out of the way for you to get your soulmate. You're getting out of here.
But you know, that stuff be like, and then we can move on. But that stuff is oftentimes where she thought it was going to be like that forever. And here's what I mean. Some people just like their ego stroke.
Right.
It's like the person who's the lame that likes you is never supposed to move on.
Right.
And when they move on, it's like, what are you doing?
Right.
How dare you move on? You're supposed to like me whether I like you or not. You're supposed to like me forever. This is our relationship. It's one-sided, but that's the way it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. And the moment you wake up and you're like, yo, I'm not, what are you doing? How dare you move on and get your... So that's where all this passive-aggressive, snide comment stuff come from, because it's like you feel some type of way about this and you don't even... There is a serious lack of emotional intelligence at play here.
Well, here's what happened, Myra.
By the girl who turned him down.
No, I think it's the husband.
Well, both, but I'm saying that she has a lack of emotional intelligence because it's like, you need to realize, I like this man. I like him. This is why you're so angry at this girl for no reason. You not realize, listen, I like you and I cannot continue to be in this relationship how we are because I have a problem with you being in a relationship because I still want you. She will not say that to herself.
She's a terrible person.
She's an awful person.
Because the thing is, you had your chance, you blew it, and now this man is happy. You got to let him be happy. It is what it is.
If you're a real friend, that's what you would do.
Yourself somebody
Shut up.
Else.
Get your life together.
The husband is a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Because now he's saying you shouldn't have done that. And he should have been the one to tell her, you have to get out of here. You just disrespected my wife.
Yeah.
That's highly inappropriate.
Out of pocket.
Leave.
Should have said that from the beginning. She shouldn't
have had to go.
100%.
And get the security. He should have said, don't worry, honey, I'll take care of this.
Right.
You got to get out of here. What the hell were you thinking?
Right.
This is, what the hell? This is my wife.
You make it awkward for the rest of the night on some dumb stuff. But you know what
happened? Well, this wouldn't happen. This wouldn't. You know how people be like, couldn't be me. This couldn't be me. Because you know what?
You wouldn't have been a groomswoman. First of all. Right.
But also, I would have checked you.
Long time ago.
You would have gotten checked because I'm nice until I'm very not nice.
Well, the thing is, and this is the advice to the man, and we could talk about what the people say, but this is the advice to the man in the situation is, why did you let this woman disrespect your girl for so long?
Over and over again.
If she got a problem with it, like, yo, I'm tired of her remorse. Okay, bro, you got to address this some kind of way. And the thing is, like, you dealing with a friend group. If she's your real friend from a long time ago, she'll understand you being like, listen, I need you to chill.
Yep.
I need you to chill. Like, you know, we ain't talking about, okay, you can't, no.
No, you can't. No. You're not
there
to disrespect the person that I'm with.
No.
Girlfriend, fiance, wife,
right.
All of those things. When she was a girlfriend, those things could have been cut out.
Yep.
So there's no way you would even think to come and do your nonsense,
right.
Because I'm not to be played with.
Right.
So you weren't going to be in the groom's thing. That would not have happened.
No.
Well, first of all, you may have been because you would have gotten yourself together. by that time and been respectful. And that might have been cool. But all of this misbehavior before, you wouldn't. So what did the people say? The people said, some of the top comment, in quotes, Lana just likes drama and he just didn't want to provoke her.
No way.
He needs to handle this so you don't have to anymore. She just likes drama. Yeah, well, I don't. I don't want her drama. I don't want her comments. If you're a guy's girl best friend, then you better act like one if this guy, or like one of his guy friends, or leave. None of his groomsmen would have said what she said. So why does she get a pass? A sister wouldn't have said what she said. So why does she get a pass? Because we are scared of the fallout? That's not a friend. No. That's a tumor.
Yeah. I don't like this. I'm gonna say something. Man, it's gonna be several people who will probably get upset, but whatever. I don't like this one female and a group of guys friends.
I'm okay with it.
I don't like that. I don't like that. Women and men and groups talk very differently. Okay, we talk very differently. I don't like when a woman says, "I only have male friends."
Okay, that's a problem.
This is your best friend group, and all of them are guys.
But that doesn't. So I'm saying there are girls that I know. That there's girls that I know that have guy best friends, and like it's a group of guys, and she's like one of the guys, but she also has a bunch of girlfriends.
That part,
but it's not all together. It's like the guys and her will hang out, and they trust her to be like one of the guys, but she's never been with any of the guys or anything like that. But she also has girlfriends. When a girl says, "I don't have girlfriend, I don't trust girls, and I only have guy friends,"
that's a problem. It's a problem.
Sorry, girlfriend.
I don't know if this individual has said that, but it's giving me that type of vibe because
look at this comment. Bet she doesn't have any female friends because girls just don't like me, and I don't know why.
Yeah. That's
funny that you said
it feels like that. Like when you talking about being a groom, this is a tight knit group where everybody's being a groomsman, and she was the only one who wasn't. Let me tell you how a woman, dare I say regular woman who has female friends, wouldn't ask to do that. I don't know.
Has to be a groomsman.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to be on the guy's side.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
I'm still a girl.
I don't feel like the average woman who has female friends would have done this. No, I don't feel like they would have pushed themselves into a wedding. Like, how am I the only one that's left out? You have no friends but these guys. And
if you're not sitting at the table with them, you have nobody else in the room.
Because people don't like you. So this is why you still need your ego stroked by this guy who was chasing you a long time ago. And you had that in your back pocket, and you still try. Well, at least he likes me. And this is solidifying he's moved on.
Right.
And now you're having a difficult time dealing with that. So you're like, don't you forget, I had him first. No. You don't need to be friends with this individual like that, man. Y'all need to be cordial. Let me tell you, our friends, female friends, I have female friends, right? But I don't talk to them like that at all. Like it's really relegated to Instagram. And if I text you, it's about something. Like, for example, when I text one of my friends and I was like, listen, I'm trying to get these shoes for Stacy's birthday. Can you help me? Like, that's the kind of conversation I'm going to have with an individual. We're trying to get something done. It is not, I'm sitting here, hey, why don't you hop on it? Yeah, let's talk. No.
Right.
Because a relationship should have boundaries that your friendships need to respect. And I'm not going to sit on the phone talking to you about God knows what.
Right.
For hours on end, and you you need some help, you going through a moment, hey, this and this, but guess who's gonna know that situation? Remind me of that me.
I'm gonna know about it right away. And in fact, we will both be talking on the phone to you at a certain point, like, hey,
because everybody know everybody. Like, hey, what do you think about such and such and such?
Both will be talking about it.
Again, there's some things you need to okay, as friends, we got to keep this between us because you need to die with it. No, I'm not. You respect privacy, but if it's like, hey, do I have permission to tell? Because I want to get a woman's advice. I'm a dude. I'm gonna give you a little bit. This was what I can give you, but maybe should have a different perspective. That's the conversation you have. Everything from in full transparency of the situation. You know that hey, look, I need you not to tell Stacy about this situation because it's rough, and I don't want her looking at me different. Okay, now what are we talking about? Like, but I don't even had nothing that serious. Like, we grown,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
this person says, as a woman with a fair number of guy friends, this is the take. None of my guy friends with wives or girlfriends have a problem with me because we truly think of each other platonically and we don't want to be more than friends. You don't make comments like Lana if you just view a guy as a friend. Point blank, period.
Right.
Someone else said, I came here to say this. My close guy friends' wives literally tell their kids to call me auntie. They DM me to complain about their husbands, LOL, because they know I get it.
Too much.
Lana is a snake. I would never speak to her about the wife or girlfriend of one of my buddies that way.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like your close friend, right? I consider her my friend, but I'm never going to call her. Mm-hmm. If I call her, it's to be like, hey.
No, there are people with friends and stuff that's
but
totally
I'm saying,
fine.
Well, here's what I mean. A person of the opposite sex is our friend.
Right.
And the same thing with you. It's like, if my homeboys, it's our friends. Your homegirls, our friends. Your homeboys, our friends. My homegirl, it's not I have this situation. You don't like her, bro? It's dead. Like, what are we doing? Like, I don't. This
what
person.
What are you weighing out more, your wife or your
no way
or your friendship?
No way.
This person the thing about it, who's clearly
no way
is passive aggressive.
No way. She wants him to play lackey
for the rest of his life.
Yeah, she wants him to be still kind of crushing on her, and the fact that he isn't and he's moved on, somewhere in the inside she hasn't dealt with that and it's seeping out.
Yep.
Out of the mouth comes what's in the heart.
There you go.
Anyway, next story.
Okay.
Our third and final story tonight.
Okay, no. I just clicked on something wrong. Okay. Am I overreacting? My husband deleted all his social media apps right before his surgery. My husband was scheduled for a medical procedure at the hospital due to some reoccurring health issues.
Okay.
I'm off of it today with the reading. He's still young, but has been dealing with chronic kidney problems that needed more intensive treatment. A few days ago, his symptoms flared up badly, severe back pain and swelling. I convinced him he needed to go to the ER, so at 2 a.m. we were admitted. The doctors decided he needed a procedure under general anesthesia to place a temporary stent. Before they took him back, he had to give me his phone and other belongings to hold on to during the surgery. While he was in the operating room, his phone kept getting notifications. When I went to check if any were from the doctors or important family updates, I realized he had deleted Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. All apps that were definitely there just yesterday when we were showing each other funny videos while waiting in the ER.
Okay.
This seemed really strange because he's always been pretty active on social media, especially Instagram, where he posts gym updates and connects with old friends. We've never been secretive about our phones or social media accounts. I'm probably just stressed and overthinking because I'm terrified about his health, but the timing feels weird. Why would someone delete their social media right before going under anesthesia? We did have some issues in the past before we got married. He had been messaging an ex-girlfriend inappropriately. I forgave him and we worked through it. Maybe I'm just exhausted and paranoid from sitting in the hospital all night worrying about him. We have 2 small kids at home, and there's so much going on right now. I love him so much, and I'm genuinely scared about what could happen during this procedure. Am I reading too much into this, or should I ask him about it once he's recovered? Please be kind. I'm just a mess of worry and sleeplessness right now.
So, that's scary. It's scary because it feels like I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Is that what you think?
Yeah. That's what it feels like to me. And
is that what you got from that?
to go in and delete everything right before you go into surgery. And the only reason I thought like, because I had a close friend pass, and I remember getting a phone call from his mother like, do you know any of his passwords? Because they was trying to go in and deactivate old stuff. And I was like, nah, man. She's like, well, this is his password hint. Do you know what it could be? That's the story that popped in my head when this happened. It's like, I'm thinking if he was just laughing and joking and he's been active and all the other stuff, either one of two things, which I've seen this on the other hand, it's not so morbid. It's either that or it could be on the positive side. If he got a feeling, he was like, look, I need to fast.
You're so nice. My brain is not going there. You're so wonderful, babe. I just love you.
Well, there's some people who need to fast, and like there's moments when I have my Instagram and it's like, yo, I'm taking in too much and it's bothering me and I need to get my mind right. I'm tired of consuming and I will shut down. Do you think he got infidelity or some wild stuff happening?
This is not that.
And he passed his phone. He just gave her a phone. He had to
pass the phone over to her. That same night in the hospital,
they were just looking at stuff
and laughing.
Yeah.
He's like, the people were like, you're going to have to pass over your phone and all of your belongings to your wife for safekeeping. Then we're going to do the thing. And then he was like, oh, snap, guy, really? Deleted all that stuff? He's cheating.
You think he's cheating?
He's cheating.
My mind didn't go there.
He's cheating.
My mind didn't go there. I think
cheating. He's hiding something. He's cheating.
If it's serious and he got
she could get into his phone easily and get into all the apps. She doesn't need passwords. She said, trust me, he's cheating.
All right.
He's cheating.
Well, there you have it, folks.
You don't think so?
Possibly. He's cheating. I think that he
what
got
do the people have to
some
say,
major health issues. That's what I'm looking at. I didn't think infidelity immediately.
Let's read the top comment. He wouldn't delete them if he wasn't hiding something. He either didn't want you to snoop while he was under, or he was worried if he died while under, that you'd go through his phone after he died and see whatever he's been up to. I had surgery a few years ago, and before I went into surgery, I deleted gambling apps from my phone, just in case I died because I didn't want anyone to know. An innocent person would have no reason to delete apps just before they're going to be away from their phone for a long period of time. Edit. Some of you are coming up with innocent explanations.
Like
what
me.
You did.
Yeah.
Like he didn't want to post something stupid when he woke up. He wanted to a break from social media.
Like that.
He didn't want loads of notifications.
Yeah.
If that was the case, why wouldn't he mention it to his wife beforehand?
He should have said something.
She said they show each other funny videos on their phones and socials. You'd think he'd be like, oh, by the way, I'm going to take a break from social media after, so I won't be showing you any funny videos for a while.
Valid.
If he didn't want the notifications, he would mute them, not nuke all his apps. And if he didn't want to post something stupid, he'd leave his phone with his wife for longer after he woke up. Deleting his apps is the most extreme reaction to all of these excuses. If it was innocent, his wife would have known about it. If he had time to delete his apps, he had time to tell his wife why he was doing it. And he didn't. He may not be cheating, but there's certainly something he didn't want anyone to see.
So, check this out. What's to stop her from re-downloading it and getting right back in? Because she has the phone. You send a text message saying, I forgot my password. You're right back in there.
Yeah, but when you delete an app, you have to double click it and you have to have your face.
She has this information if that's what he's worried about.
But the face has to do it, no?
I can update my face on your phone right now. I can go in there and add my face to your phone.
Okay, but
she's do probably
that. I don't even know that, babe. I'm not technologically.
Okay, well.
I don't know.
So maybe he's a sleaze bag. I try to give him the benefit of the doubt because I was thinking like maybe this guy scared he was going to die.
This is edit number 2. A lot of people are commenting saying that they do the same even if they weren't hiding something and that it's normal behavior. But people are forgetting that this is a normal behavior for her husband.
Right.
This is out of character for him. That's the whole reason she posted.
Understood.
She stated he's very active on social media. She's not known him to delete social media or for a break before. This is new behavior she's never experienced with him, and he never discussed with her. Therefore, it is sketchy.
Yeah.
What's normal for you may not be normal for someone else, and in this case, she wouldn't be posting if it was normal for them. She should be suspicious of new extreme behavior that's very out of character, whether it's some kind of mental crisis or hiding things or cheating or simply just taking a break. She's his wife and she deserves to know why he did it. It's okay to be skeptical and suspicious of someone's decisions if that decision is going to negatively impact another person, such as his wife.
I think that this goes back to what I was saying a long time ago, like your point of reference or the angle that you're coming from. I could only come from where I came from because I experienced what I experienced. Mm-hmm. Like I got that phone call. That was a real situation for me. Like, yo, he didn't make it, so we gotta try to get in here, and we don't know. So it's kind of like, that's why the first thing came to my mind. I was like, oh man, this man might be scared he's gonna die. You know what I'm saying? So
but that doesn't solve anybody. Even if you delete the app, you didn't delete yourself.
You're right, but
off the app, so that doesn't make sense.
Right, but yeah, that is true.
The app is still out there.
He would have needed to deactivate everything. Yeah. So I was wrong, and I'm not afraid to take.
I don't know if you were wrong, but it sounds like you're wrong. We don't know why you did it.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm wrong. I'm not afraid to say that. I own up to when I have made a incorrect assessment of the situation. But he definitely, if he just, hey, I want this off my phone, which you can easily put it back on. Mm-hmm. But it's weird, and it wasn't well thought out, because at the other side of it, if he really wanted to take a break, you communicate that. I think this is a failure on his part if he was innocent to say something, because if he communicated it and was innocent about it, then probably wouldn't be having his wife Reddit story all over the internet. And now you're a sleazebag, and hopefully you ain't a sleazebag who is on their way to surgery doing wild stuff.
That's what people be doing.
Terrible.
Anyways,
moral of the story is do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
In the words of Spike Lee.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Spike Lee in the next episode, right?
Do the right thing.
That's gonna be something we talk about.
Message? No. Yeah.
Take your vows seriously.
Take your vows seriously. Protect your spouse. It's like how you protecting
your spouse is one of the most important things that we need to do. We need T-shirts that say protect your spouse.
Protect your spouse.
That's a huge thing, and not just protect them in the world. Protect them from
emotionally. Protect them from themselves
and from other family members, and your own family,
friends.
Protect your spouse. Them. Yes,
because that first situation was themselves. She was beating herself up, and you could have protected her.
Yep.
Second situation, friend who was really could have been a girlfriend and just didn't happen, but was probably still in a relationship with you in her head, because that happens. These women be in full blown relationships with a man who don't even know you like them.
Rude.
Tell me I'm lying.
No, you're right. I'm like, that's rude what they're doing.
It happens. Full relationships. And it's like, well, why you ain't call me? Cause
get out of here.
Why you ain't get me enough for Valentine's? You not my girl. That's why you didn't get enough for Valentine's Day. This is weird. What are you doing? Why are you upset right now? We're friends, right? We ain't friends. I'm sorry.
I would not tolerate anything like that. So anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway, protect your spouse. That being said, protect your girlfriend too, your fiance and stuff before you become spouse, because you need to protect them too. If you're in a relationship, take your relationship serious. Yep. Protect them. And I'm saying girlfriend, but I'm speaking from the male perspective, girlfriend and boyfriend. If you are female, don't let nobody drag your dude through the mud. Why are you doing that? Why are you drag? Oh my gosh, if I hear I don't like when people bash their significant others. Why are you in a relationship? Why are you in that
relationship?
Ooh, that's a whole other conversation.
That is a whole other conversation. But the worst is you bash this person. You tell me the awful thing about this person. You don't break up with them, and then I have to see them and be like, "Hey,
how you doing?
No,
I love you so much."
Anyways,
hugs.
Not that you can't be a safe space for your friend, but after a while, people don't want to hear people aren't perfect, right? So yes, you're gonna have grievances with somebody, but it shouldn't be major values or putting you in danger in some way. Like, how is your friend supposed to be okay with that?
Yeah. That's out of pocket. Another conversation. Hey, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. Share. We appreciate every moment. Thank you again. See you next week.
Bye.